Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do research to learn for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another unboxing and first impression for you, and this is the House of Orientica. House of Orientica is a branch or subsidiary of the House of Al Haramain. The House of Al Haramain is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, perfume houses from United Arab Emirates. They've been around for more than 50 years and they have a super extensive perfume lineup in their portfolio. And Orientica, they've been making perfumes for the last 15 years, and especially lately for the last couple of years they've been making super high quality fragrances. And this one in particular is from their luxury line, so it comes with a price tag. The price tag for this is £150, I think. Is a I'm not sure, I'll tell you later. I'll leave it in the description anyway. So £150, and this is Extrait de Perfume, and it's just been released a few weeks ago. They sent me for review, so this is sent by Orientica for me to review it. There is no affiliation, there is no sponsorship, there is no money exchange. They didn't tell me what to say. All they asked me is I review it for you guys for your information. Okay, so without further ado, let's do this. But before I do the unboxing, please, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons, share this video with others, comment, like. All these good things will help this channel to carry on, to bring you fragrances like this in future. And if you want to support me by buying one of my own perfumes, in the description as well, I would appreciate it very much. And let's go. Sorry about the noise when you do unboxing, you can't do anything about it. Goodness me. Alright, eventually. So because it's from their luxury line, it comes with a luxury presentation. As you can see, very attractive box, very super heavy, very thick plastic. Attention to detail is there. Very nice designed eye, very nice designed hand. It looks luxurious and it feels luxurious. And it says Orientica Bellissimo. This is from their Arte Bellissimo collection, which is part of the luxury collection. And this one in particular is called Smokin Gorgeous. Smokin Gorgeous. As always, beautiful presentation, very high end. And look at this. Beautiful, gorgeous. The coloring and the presentation is just super eye-catchy. Very nice in the hand and eye. And look at the bottle. The bottle itself just artwork, and it sits in this beautiful velvet gallery, which is all red. Okay, and here we go. Beautiful, very nice. So the bottle itself is heavy, super heavy. It's about 2 kilo of bottle. Very nice design to it. And the cap itself is about half a kilo. Very heavy metal, plus this crystal on top, which is red. And the atomizer is golden. And here we go. Let's see, how is the atomizer. Very good atomizer. It's not pressurized, but it's a very good atomizer. So as always, they put everything in the highest possible quality in this perfume, and it shows in the presentation, it shows in the perfume itself. Whoa, holy moly, sweet. Okay, so sweet, fruity, benzoin, musky, floral, super fruity right now. It's what woody in the base. Here we go. First impression. Wow. This is a gorgeous fragrance. Okay, so this one is targeted unisex, but to my nose, at least for the first impression, it leans feminine. So if you're a lady and you like your perfume to be super sensual and sexy, this is for you, at least for the opening. It opened up super delicious, quite gourmand, very fruity, and in the same time there are a few fruits in here. I can smell something like a berry like smell, so it's berries, and it's a red berry, so it's a red berry, maybe even red apple. Yeah, definitely red apple in here, red berry, and also quite floral, and the florals on here is a white floral, so I can smell something like orange blossom. I can smell something like lily of the valley because that's about on the powdery side, and also I can smell something like a jasmine, so it is quite jasmine dominant. So if you like the combination of notes I suggested, wow, 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 what a gorgeous fragrance. It opens superbly beautiful, it opens smooth, it opens natural, it opened very, very high quality. When it hits me, the first thing is the quality of this perfume. It's gorgeous. Does it remind me of anything? I smell similar things to it, yes, but for now I can't tell you what it is. But if you like it fruity, it reminds me something from the line of Dior, what was it, Dior Poison to some extent. Don't quote me which one because I'm not big familiar with it. I know my wife liked them, but to some extent reminds me of that direction. But is it inspired by any of those? I don't know. Oh, what a beautiful fragrance. So let me read you the ingredients and we take it from there. So the ingredients are, here we go. So on top we have cherry. Okay, so cherry, pink pepper, ginger, plum, blackcurrant. And in the mid we have violet, jasmine, lily of the valley, and rose. In the base we have ambergris, vetiver, musk, and raspberry. So I said I smell something berry like. Yes, we got blackcurrant and we got raspberry, we got cherry, we got plum. To be honest with you, I don't get that much plum. Yes, yes, it is plummy. It is a little bit plummy, but the plum here is not a dark plum, it's a bright plum. It's like when you open the plum and it's not quite ripe yet, and inside it is quite red, so that smells remind me of that one. So it is a little bit plummy, but it's not a dark plum, so it's not one of those fragrances that gets very dark. So this is quite bright at the moment, very bright, very happy, very friendly. It's quite crowd pleasing. It's one of those easygoing fragrances, but overall it's got a depth to it, it's got a complexity to it in the same time. So the white floral, as I said, I can smell very, very quite a big jasmine in here, so it's just quite jasmine, but it's not animalic, it's not one of those what do you call it, andolic jasmine. No, this is very, very fresh jasmine, and it's a happy jasmine. And the lily of the valley giving it that powderiness. Definitely I smell something powdery in here, but overall it's not too powdery. It is a hint of powderiness to it, but it's not a powdery fragrance per se. It's not like a baby powder. The rose in here is quite prominent as well. I can smell the rose as well, but again at the moment is in the background. Mainly I smell the jasmine and the lily of the valley. To some extent the violet here giving it that powderiness as well, but the violet again is in the background. And the muskiness, yes, I said musky, it's quite musky from the beginning. It opened up with a big musk, and the musk in here is very, very clean. And I said there's a woody aspect to it, which is coming from the vetiver, but I can't smell anything green, or at least for the first impression. So it is quite a woody aspect to it. It's like a cedar, more like the vetiver, but there is a base of woodiness which lifts everything and carry everything together. Ambergris, I'm not smelling that much wateriness. I'm not smelling saltiness, so maybe there is in the dry down. But at the moment, the main thing I'm smelling are the fruits and the florals. So it's very, very ladylike, and it's very classy. In the same time, it's quite playful, it's quite naughty, it's quite sexy, it's quite sensual. And yes, it's a big sweetness part of it, which is not mentioned in the note breakdown. I smell something like a benzoin, maybe even a vanilla, to be given that beautiful sweet creamy sweetness. So the sweetness in here is very, very creamy. It's quite ambery, but the amber is a fluffy amber, and it's a very effervescent amber, and it's very happy and a transparent amber. It's not a dark, deep, dense amber. fruitiness, especially that cherry and the raspberry. I'm smelling some berries. I'm smelling that pink pepper as well, and also musky in the base. Yes, a little bit of soft spiciness to it, which I'm not sure where it's come from. Probably from a ginger. There is a ginger aspect in here, and also it's a little bit on the nutmeggy side as well, and a hint of powderiness, as I said. But the powder in here is not a big component, but there is underline or undertone powderiness overall to it, and it is very, very floral in the same time. So you need to like what I mentioned to enjoy this. But what a beautiful perfume. So the first thing it hits you is the quality of it. It's a very, very high quality ingredients in here, very high quality perfumery. It's very well blended, it's well done, is nothing out of place, nothing is too much, nothing is too little, and everything is works very well together here. It's a harmonious composition. But overall, in terms of gender, definitely leans feminine, unless you like this kind of fragrances, which doesn't mean anything. And in terms of season, this is one of those Swiss Army knife. You can use it all year round. In winter, more sprays. In summer, less sprays. At the moment, it's feeling the room, feeling the house is super strong, so you don't need that much of it. Very, very, very strong. One of those super strong fragrances. And in terms of the age, it is ageless to my nose, but because of those white florals, it could give it a little bit of matureness. So I would say 25 and up to be in the safe side. But if you like this kind of fragrances and you're a young lady, you can easily rock it. This is the DNA of this perfume, the composition of this perfume and the smell of it is, in a way, is very, very friendly. So I don't think any majority of people will like this perfume, unless you don't like fruity floral perfumes, and that's different. So I would say this is very easygoing. It's one of those perfume that garner you attention, crowd pleaser, maybe even compliment getter. Definitely, especially because it's very, very loud at the moment. And in terms of the perfume itself, you know, what you pay and what you get, I think is it 90 ml or 100 ml. Anyway, so for such a good quality and such a beautiful smell of it, and such a good composition, and it's a good perfumery, high ingredients in here, they didn't skimp on anything. As you can see by the presentation, the smell reflects that presentation very well. It just goes very well with the presentation. I'm smelling what I'm seeing, basically. So high quality, very good perfumery, and very smooth, very rounded, very well done. And if you like this kind of fragrances, I highly, highly recommend it. In terms of what else shall I say? I think I covered most of the things. In the next video, I'll let you know the longevity, the development, and things like that. But for the first impression, absolutely yes, yes, yes. And in terms of occasion, this is definitely very, very opulent for going out, special occasion, evening, close encounter, dating, even weddings. So good. But if you like this kind of fragrance and you want to rock it casually, who am I to tell you not to do it? Okay guys, overall, very, very good perfume. Highly recommend for first impression. Next video, I'll let you know the rest of it. But for now, absolutely gorgeous fragrance. My wife definitely will love this, because she loves white flowers and she loves fruity and sweet fragrances. So I think this is definitely up her alley. I'm guessing she will take away after this review. Okay guys, thank you very much. As always, don't forget to hit those buttons to support me. Share, subscribe, like, share, comment. All these things will help me very much to survive this endeavor. And if you don't want to purchase my own perfume, I'll leave it in the description as well. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Bye bye bye.